All right, thanks for tuning in to Leading Forecast, and quite a bit to talk about, and just been a crazy week here, crazy past couple of days for severe weather. Let's get on over. Um, Current radar here, you can see remainder of yesterday's thunderstorms now moving off the coast here. We have another batch of thunderstorms moving all the way from basically Ohio over to Missouri here with a secondary cold front that's coming in behind this system. And getting on over, you can see the two fronts here. We have a front out here, and then we have another cold front. And you can see it pretty distinctly slashing back out across the from Ohio all the way back out almost into Iowa there, and thunderstorms developing down across from Indiana, Ohio into Illinois right now. In fact, that's what I was out earlier doing, was taking a look at some of those thunderstorms, so we didn't have the leading forecasts up as quick. Right now, tornado watch still in effect over portions of the eastern portions of the Carolinas. Severe thunderstorm watch over central Florida, Jacksonville, over towards Tallahassee area right now. Getting on over, you can see tornado watch, severe thunderstorm watch, and then look at all the flooding issues we're having here across the heartland here. And I tell you what, down south here in southern Indiana, especially down towards Evansville, they're having just tons of problems down there, and I know they are in southern Illinois and Missouri and down into Arkansas and West Tennessee as well. We're not the only place, and flooding and tornadoes are just kind of it's La Nina. What can I say? It's La Nina. Tornado reports today, you can see all confined to the East Coast. 9 tornado reports today, far cry from yesterday, and you can see tornadoes just galore on this thing. We had 173 tornadoes on this outbreak, and you can see, we'll zoom in on these a little bit. And yeah, you can see all those red dots here. We had them all the way from New York, all the way down through Indiana, even back into Arkansas, all the way down to Florida into the Carolinas yesterday. And then you have this, the huge red, the huge red patch down here across northern Alabama where they got hit just super hard. Last time I seen 273 deaths, I do believe. So from yesterday's storms, we have so many people saying, with all the technology we have, how do we have that many deaths? That's kind of uncalled for. And now obviously some of those deaths should have been prevented, but this is something that I've worried about all spring with the La Nina pattern. Is when you get storm systems like we've been seeing this year, when they instead of getting them out in the plains, you push them east and push them in the more highly populated areas. You're going to have higher death tolls. You're going to have a higher, as far as how much it damage and property damage prices. It's going to go from down here to off the chart, and crazy. All right, here we go today. C-text out across the Midwest. We also have the slight risk, like I said, out across the East Coast here, and that did turn out to verify here, and these luckily are starting to move off, so we're getting the system out here. Tomorrow, not too much. Might see some gusty winds and small hail down across Miami and Orlando. And then day 3, here's our slight risk. Day 3, I think it's probably actually going to end up looking more like this. And we'll just have to wait. This is Saturday, and then we might see a slight risk come out Sunday, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm holding out confidence for that one. Here we go, 500 millibar charts. This is as we get into tomorrow. Here's the big trough that came in, working its way off the coast. Here's your next trough coming in. This is as we get into Sunday, starts to kind of dig, or Saturday, I'm sorry, starts to dig into the western and central portion of the United States. And then here as we get, you can see it kind of phases out and just kind of splits off. As we get into Sunday, you can see one here and then another part here. And this doesn't kind of come together for any kind of big-time severe weather this time. And then as we get into, we'll skip ahead to Tuesday. Here comes the trough coming through that portion of the United States, and another one that might spark some severe weather out ahead of it here. We'll have to wait and see. And then the secondary one up here. Going on over, this is the GFS. This is by the time we get into tomorrow. Low pressure center out across eastern Colorado. We have the front coming down across Texas. And but nothing going on too much tomorrow. We got a big high, blocking high setting out here across the East Coast. And then as we get into Saturday, you can see low pressure center now up into Canada, dragging this front kind of down through here with another low pressure center down in Texas. We get thunderstorms developing out in front of here all the way up, potentially even up into Illinois. But the majority of the stuff, like I said, is going to be in northern Texas, anything that's going to be severe. Then as we get into Sunday, we have kind of a couple of little runs of low pressure here up along the kind of the front. We have thunderstorms developing all along the front here again. Low confidence for Sunday's severe weather potential. We'll just have to wait and see how this turns out. And then as we get into Tuesday, like I said, severe weather potential out across probably the East Coast, the Carolinas, maybe even down into Georgia here. We'll have to wait and see. And again, not nearly as intense as the last round. So, there's more coming up after that. I know, the storm chasers that have looked at the GFS and stuff probably aren't liking the end pattern. We're almost starting to get into by the start of May, we're looking into, potential high pressure pattern. So, early severe weather season may lead to an early end to the severe weather season. We'll have to wait and see. So, anyways, that's all I have for now. My thoughts and prayers go out to everybody down south, and just an incredible situation down there. So that's all I have for now. Thanks for tuning into Leading Forecast. I'm Joseph Cooper. You can view this on swiftchaseteam.com as well as thedailyforecast.net.